The way it works right now is our ordinance is that there are you can't have a loaded weapon inside the city limits. Essentially, that makes sense, or discharge that firearm with certain exceptions. So, for example, if you're law enforcement, you can have a weapon. And one of the exceptions was you could have a weapon and discharge it if you are at an outdoor gun range. The ordinance was, for whatever reason, we missed it, and the ordinance didn't say or indoor range. So essentially, we were looking to clean that up, and arguably, there's a project that we think will come forward. We haven't seen it yet for a proposed indoor gun range, country club sort of facility out in southwest Rochester. And so some of the neighbors in the adjoining residential area were understandably a little concerned about that. So the argument that came up last night was that if we made the change to the ordinance that says you can discharge a firearm at an indoor or outdoor range, and it's subject to the approval of the chief of police, by the way. So their question was, well, let's say they get approval from the chief of police for discharge at an indoor range. Then if they subsequently decided to build an outdoor range, would they automatically have approval, or would that have to come back to the council?
Yeah.
So that's why we decided to just kind of continue that item and have some more discussion about that, as to whether we want to make sure that we understand the legalities of that. And then there was a second question. We want to make sure that we are clear on where businesses like a gun range would be allowed. Right now, I believe the only area that they're allowed specifically is in an industrial M2 zone, I believe. And this area would be considered a B4 commercial zone. So, you know, they need some extra approval anyway. But nevertheless, so there were two questions on the table, that legality of does approval of one, indoor or outdoor, automatically confer the ability to do the other without asking? And I don't think we want that. And then secondarily, we want to make sure that we're allowing these kinds of facilities in appropriately zoned areas. So